Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this live webinar. Thank you for joining. And we're going to take a look at automated trading and elite currency news in general. As always, starting a new month here, March, last month of this quarter. And we got some exciting news. We got the same SWAT EA that was already showing very nice results on your dollar 1 hour chart, DAX 1 hour chart, and DAX 50-minute chart is showing even better results on the DAX 5-minute chart. I'm going to show you the back testing. We're now also starting a live trading. It's all very exciting for me, at least, as the results are way better actually than the, let's say, intraday, intra-week trading we've seen on the Eurodollar and DAX. It's a scalping approach, same system but a scalping approach, and the results are certainly looking very promising. So yeah, very excited about that. That's something we're going to discuss today. So let's start. Yeah, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Chris from Elite Currency, of course, just in case you're watching this video or seeing something from us for the first time. So yeah, I just uploaded the strategy report. Now we don't have we have the live demo. We're first demo testing it for maybe a week or two. Then we'll trade it with live real money for another few weeks, and then we'll make the final conclusion. But yeah, the important first two steps have been done, which is of course the system itself, the system creation itself, and then a 9-year lengthy back testing on with 99.9% modeling accuracy and correct, of course, spread, etc. So we don't have the demo test account yet on my FX book. That's what we're going to do today. So I will link this strategy report to the correct forward account later today. I don't have it yet, but yeah, we'll have 2 live demo trading accounts and testing it for 2 weeks, and then we'll decide, of course, about live money at that point. And probably looking good so far, what we've seen. So will probably be a yes. But let me add it, and we can take a look at this back test more properly. Okay. So it's being processed, as you can see. Strategies are being processed. Let's refresh this, and eventually it'll be ready to review. Of course, for a 5-minute chart, 9 years is really long. There are tens of thousands of trades. It's a lot of data, which I think just makes it more reliable. Of course, there's no guarantee in trading, as we know. Nothing is. But it certainly doesn't hurt. So we see, okay, there we got it. So this is the number of pips. This is the drawdown, and this is the gain. So let's dive into that. All right, so we see a monthly of 8.4%. This, of course, after 9 years, if this crazy amount of 78 million, you have to realize that this is accumulation effect. So after 9 years, if you put 10,000, on an account, and every month on average you get 8.4%, it just accumulates to some crazy amount like this. So don't take that part that seriously or not seriously, because no one in their right mind would just leave 10,000 and let it run for 9 years, I guess. There are also practical issues when you get to trade that kind of large money, So, but more importantly is to look at the monthly average, I think, and the drawdown. And as you can see, I think these are really, really interesting numbers, 8.4% versus a max drawdown that we've seen in those 9 years of 21.85%. So I think it's a really, really low drawdown. We're actually going to run 2 live demo tests, one with the current risk and one with twice as much risk. So that means that the drawdown could be twice as much. But I think that for more risk, traders that don't mind risk, a drawdown of 43% especially with the Scalping EA, is still very much acceptable. At least it is for me. So we'll have two versions: one with a moderate risk, with 22% in the world of, I think, forex and trading with high leverage is moderate in my view, and one with twice as much risk, and that of course is more serious drawdown, but still quite below that 50% mark. So at 43%, it's sizable drawdown, but it's not something like 50, 60, 70, or even 80%, right? So of course, the expectation is that, or at least that obviously if the 8.4% with this risk, with this current risk, if 8.4% is reached, then with the double the risk, we would expect at least approximately 17% per month. So those are impressive figures. Let's face it. There are 30,000 trades in this backtest. Now, one thing's for sure: the win rate is very low, as you can see. So this is interesting that we're not aiming for a high win rate here. It is actually a very low win rate, but the winners get massive profit basically. And the average trader length, it is a scalping system, is only 13 minutes. So it's very short. It's really in and out, as you can see, very quickly. And big wins when they win, and small losses basically, right? So that's the gist of this. A lot of trades, a lot of trades with small risk, short trades, and steady because it's only 22% risk. Now, this is all back testing, so that's just one factor that we have to keep in mind. I don't want to overemphasize the importance of this back test. I think it's a decent indication of what it could do, but it's not the only thing we have to look at. That's why we're running live trading. And even live trading is not the only thing, right? If the EA starts to behave differently in live trading, then that could indicate that maybe the strategy isn't working as well, or not working at all. These things can happen. I don't want to by any means suggest that this is a certainty, but on the underside, I am of course happy myself to see these results, and it certainly gives cause to try it. For me, at least, that's how I see it. And these results are much better than we've seen with the with the intra-week and intraday trading on higher time frames. About anywhere between 4 to 10 times is better. So you can see the duration of the trades. As you can see, it's short. Max is about 37 minutes. Most of the trades are within half an hour. Risk of ruin, very low. Everything is, the probability of losing 10%, as you can see, very small, less than 0.01%, as small as you can get. A lot of trades, scalping trade, and trading the DAX, as you can see. Let's take a look at the month-to-month perspective. So as you can see, in 2012, only profitable months, not even a single losing month. The top month was 25.5%. The worst month was 2.2%. Most months, as you can see, anywhere between 12 and 20, as you can see. So 2012 was really a great year. If we add all that up, month by month, I didn't do it yet, but we can quickly see that probably gets close to 200% in 1 year. 2013 was not as good, right? So you can see there's an average of 8.4, but some years are better, some quarters are better, some years and quarters are worse. 2012 was certainly better than 2013, and as you can see, we even had one negative month, but only one. So I think it's not a problem. Minus 4% only, that negative month. If we add this up, can quickly do that. It looks more like 39, 51, 64, 100, 113, about 116. So still very good, but definitely less than 2012. But 116, of course, I'm still happy. So I think 2014 is worse, as you can see. We have now 2012 we didn't have a single losing month. 2013 we had one. Here we have 6 losing months. but the losses are all within like 1 to 3%. So that's not much. The profit wasn't that much in 2014, as we can see. In fact, it looks like, I'm quickly calculating, the total maybe 15% in the whole year. So 2013 was nothing. 2014 was nothing special. Only plus 15 in the entire year. That said, it didn't lose either, right? So it's still plus. But obviously, 2012 and 2013, massive difference there, of course. But so there is some volatility in that. But still, the downside is very limited, though. Keep that in mind. 2015. Only one losing month, much better year than 2014. 2014 was the weaker year so far, as you can see, and this is quickly adding up to just very quick math, more than 150% already, without going into details. 26%, again, only one losing month, and both 2015 and 2016, minus 4.5, and here minus 2.5. Those losing months really did nothing. And this quickly, let's take a look, very quickly doing math here. But about plus 85, I think, 80 to 85%. 2017, 2 losing months, only minus 3, minus 3.3. And this seems to be adding up to, I would say, about 100 maybe. Let's take a look. I'll quickly calculate it. Maybe a little bit less, actually. 35, 45, 42, 47, 59, 67, 70. No, it's about 80. All right, 2018, only one losing month, minus 0.9. 67, 73, 82, 94, almost 100%. 2019, one of the weakest, right? Like 2014, it had actually 7 losing months. Worst month was minus 7.5. There were even some months with minus 5, minus 4, minus 4. So 2019, like 2014, this one seems to be about break even maybe worse than 2014. So this seems to be the worst year, I think. And let's see quickly. Plus 8, I think. Slight plus overall in that year. 2020, 2 losing months, minus 4 and minus 3.5. A great March, as you can see, volatility a lot. Volatility was high with the COVID in March. That basically made it the best month that we see. If we look at single months, the COVID basically month, the volatility in March was extremely good for the Scalping EA. We can see we had extremely good results in June 2015. It was plus 54. And events like Brexit didn't hurt at all, actually, as you can see. But yeah, we had basically, that was the best month ever in this back test. And in the entire year, we're looking at, hang on, I'll quickly calculate. About 210-ish, I think. And so far, 2021 plus 7 and 1 negative month, minus 13. Minus 13, probably the worst month, actually. Minus 7.5 was the second worst month. All right. So yeah, very exciting for me. This is about 9 years of testing, as far as I can see. And once again, it is with low risk, 0.2% risk per trade, 0.2%. There is the correct spread. I don't see it here. The spread that is actually we see on the broker that we use for the moment for this live demo testing. I don't see it in this report here somehow. Don't know why, but anyhow, yeah. So this is exciting. I'm going to keep up to date how this is developing. I'll share the live demo accounts when they are available next week. We're going to add them today. And yeah, this backtest is already added. We're going to add the two live trading demo accounts, and then eventually 2 weeks from now the live money accounts as well. So yeah, big thing. Now, of course, second thing to discuss. Any questions on this, by the way? Any questions on this EA? Let me know. Next, yeah, of course, we have February month close, so we can take a look at all the results, right, from the other EAs that we are running at this moment. So we're already in the SWAT mood, so let's just look at all the SWAT ones first. Then we'll take a look at the Zeus EA. We'll take a look at London Open EA, and then we'll take a look, of course, at Mislav Nikolic's Bull Capital EAs, Ultima EA, and Rush EA. So yeah, SWAT EA with the DAX 1 hour chart, slight loss in Feb, minus 3%. That's just 1 month, of course, so I don't think we have to really discuss much here at this moment. There's some open profit that hasn't been closed yet. So that could, let's see how that closes in March. Euro dollar is off to a fantastic start, 22.67%. It had just basically, let's see, out of the 18 trades, there are 15 wins, so 3 losses only. Once again, it's only 1 month, but yeah, it's good to see a great start here. 8.7 profit factor. That's going to go down, don't worry. But yeah, we had, again, this week, another 4 wins, adding, again, 2.5, about 3.6% profit here. No, we had more wins this week. Sorry. No, we started off. Sorry, this last week. Sorry, last week of February, we started off with 2 losses, minus 1.7, but then we had 2.5, 0.6, 1.1, 1.1, and 0.6. So after those 2 losses, we just followed up with 6 strong wins there, and quickly erasing that 3.3, 3.8, 5, 6.1, 6.6% last week. This week so far, no trades, but this is off to a great start, plus 22% here. That's the euro dollar 1 hour chart, but this is above average, right? Keep in mind that the SWAT EA euro dollar, this is really a above average start, so it could go into some kind of retracement consolidation eventually. This is really above average performance in 1 month. DAX 50-minute chart, SWAT EA, the 1 hour chart was down 3%. The 50-minute world is up 4.6%. Had a slower start, but nice comeback here. Was even up 8.6 at one point. Had some losses in the last day. No, actually, February was 8.6. It had these losses in March. So sorry, 8.6, 8.7 was the start. Was the February result actually? This current drawdown is in March. March is down 3.7. Although there's some open profit that hasn't been closed. So let's see. So this is also above average result for the moment. So good start for SWAT EA on live test, trading on the higher time frames. Zeus EA, steady as it goes again. Let's take a look here. Plus 2.6 in February, after plus 4.1 in January. Excuse me. High win rate. It's a little bit kind of a different tactic, right? Lower win to loss ratio, but higher win rate. SWAT has the opposite, low win rate, but very high win to loss ratio. LOA.EA had a bad February, but did crawl back a little bit. The low here was minus 35. It went back up to minus 29. So there was a bit of a few wins there to reduce the loss. Some 6% profit there. So the loss was not minus 11, but minus 5 in the end. That's good. It was reaching its max drawdown. So it's good to see a little bit of upside. Overall, still down, though, this EA. And so this EA is still relatively struggling, but February ended up with a slight positive note there. Ultima EA had a good February, right? January, it saw the profits that it had shrink. It had some profits, open profits in, or yeah, it had some. It was up in January, but saw those profits being lost at the end of January. Still closed at +1 in the end. February closed for +18. So Ultima is seeing a relatively good start of 2021, I think. And this is also with lower risk, I should add. This is with 3% risk because of the drawdown, the large drawdown. We went from 5 to 3. If we were to continue with 5%, this would not be 18, but about more than 40% actually. But those are things that you never know beforehand. But yeah, it's seeing it's fighting back, as you can see a little bit now in February. That was good to see. And EURUSD is having a nice win streak, I would say. I think that Ultima EA had a very good, this is 18% with 3% risk. So keep in mind that normally it would be 40%. So it is really the best month we've seen since even better than May 2020, as you can see, really, because it's with lower risk. EURUSD had a great February because this is also 3% risk. So it would be way more with 5. So +45 is a great result with considering the risk of 3%. So and up 18 so far in March. So it is making quite a rally in terms of, you don't see that with Ultima EA, although it hasn't been updated. February 25 was the last update somehow. Sorry, so maybe the result is better. I have to oh, that's Thursday. I need to double check. Somehow it hasn't updated, so I need to do that. So this is last week Thursday, unfortunately. So it might be higher, the equity curve here, but with EURUSD, you definitely see it strong push up at this moment. So the drawdown looks over. Might consider going back to 5, but I would need to see a little bit of a retracement, because changing it now after the spike up, I don't think is a good thing. But nice to see it recover and make this uptrend now on EURUSD. So overall, I think February has been pretty good across the board with the EAs, Rush, Ultima positive, Zeus positive, SWAT positive. LOA is the only negative one, but even its loss was reduced at the end. Last but not least, the ECS live signals, the one that is not automated, live signals from Nenet. And also positive with +7.4. So yeah, I can't complain about February, to be honest. All right, that's it then. That was a quick performance update on regarding February. But most importantly, I think, is this backtest and also the 2 live trading accounts that we're going to start. So far, what we've seen in live trading resembles what we expect and want to see. It is showing the same behavior and results as what we had in backtesting. So it is working as properly. So that's great. Of course, if you have a backtest, you still want to see it working in a live environment. So that is already successful. We've seen that already on today and yesterday. We want to monitor that for another 2 weeks to see how that demo trading is going forward. And then then we'll have just more data to make better decisions. But yeah, this is very exciting. 8.4 up to 17% a month is a lot, and adds up to 100 to 200% in a year, which I think is really an impressive performance, with a lot of data, short trades. So this gives me mostly winning months. If the the losing months are rare, typically small, not exceeding 10%, and yeah, most years have very strong growth. There are 2 years that were weaker, but still, though, even those years were net positive. So yeah, I'm very excited about this SWAT EA scalping. I mean, I was already quite enthused about the SWAT EA in general on DAX and EURUSD on the higher time frames, although of course the growth was certainly less. But yeah, this 5 minute scalp is just taking those results on the higher time frames and blasting it even more to the upside so far as I can see. So I'm excited about this. All right, that's it though. We'll keep you up to date about our performances. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to reach out. Use the Google form as always. I mean, if you're interested in checking our website, of course, just go to here, elitecurrency.com. You'll find our blog with daily analysis or services. SWAT EA, you will not find that yet. It's not being offered at the moment. But you will find Zeus EA, for instance, and London Open Advance at the moment. Are there any questions? Last chance. Just checking the Google form if there are any questions that I missed, perhaps. No. All right. All right. Well, let's see. Step by step, we'll get more info about the SWAT EA scalp. And yeah, it might be exciting 2021 and 2022. Of course, these results are for 9 years. So as we can see, some years are weaker, but after 9 years, yeah, it adds up. All right. Hope to see the same in live trading, and wish you great trading in general. And see you tomorrow in my EUR dollar and pound dollar video. Cheers. Bye bye.